Hey guys, what's up? I am back with a brand new video and it's time to do a camera test of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro. And guys, and this is a new beast phone from Xiaomi which is costing around 44,000 PK in Pakistan market with a 6GB of RAM variant. And guys, and this phone is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G chipset with a 6GB of RAM and a 128GB of internal storage. And this phone is also available in 8GB of RAM variant as well. On the front we have a 6.67-inch Full HD AMOLED display, and this phone also has a 120Hz refresh rate display as well, so that's a really unique thing as well. We get a 120Hz with AMOLED display. As you can see, this phone has 120Hz. And guys, on the back we have a quad cameras, and the main sensor on the back, it is a 108 megapixel f1.8 aperture. Then we have a 8 megapixel ultra wide f2.2 aperture. We also have a 2 megapixel macro and a 2 megapixel depth sensor with f2.4 aperture. On the front we have a 16 megapixel selfie camera, 2.5 aperture. And guys, here is the camera UI of the Redmi Note 10 Pro. And guys, also this phone, it is running on Android 11. We have MIUI version 12 on this phone. So guys, here is the camera UI of the Redmi Note 10 Pro, and you can see. And we also have ultra wide on this phone. We also have video mode, and in video mode, and you can see in the back camera maximum shoot 4K at 30 fps, full HD 60 fps as well. And guys, we also have a ultra steady mode on this phone which give you a very good video stabilization. As you can see, we also have a pro mode on this phone, and you can see. And we also have a portrait mode on this phone. And guys, when you go to the more section, and you can see, you get a lot of features. We also have night mode which is only available with the main camera, and you can see. And guys, we also have 108 megapixel mode on this phone. And guys, we also have a dual view video mode on this phone, in which you can record video from the back as well as with the front camera at the same time. So that's a really nice thing as well. In the mode section we also have a slow motion, so that's really good. And you can see you can take 960 fps slow motion and some more features. And guys, and one thing it is also really good on Xiaomi phone is that when you go to the video mode, and when you go to the right there, we have this super macro mode which uses a macro lens on the back. We get a macro mode in video as well, so that's a really good thing. So now let's see the front camera. And guys, on the front we have a 16 megapixel selfie camera, and you can see we also have HDR AI feature as well. So now let's see the front camera video recording. And guys, in the front camera maximum shoot full HD at 30 fps, so no 4K with the front camera, so that's a really disappointing thing. We also have a portrait mode, and you can see. And guys, on the front we also have night mode as well. And guys, on the front we also have a slow motion on this phone, and you can see 120 fps at different resolutions. You can see that this phone give you so much features in the camera department. So now let's quickly show you a lot of camera samples as well as video recording. You get a better idea regarding the camera performance of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro. Okay guys, and this is a 4K at 30 fps video recording of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro with a back camera. And guys, you know that this phone has a 108 megapixel main camera. We have f1.9 aperture, and let me know how is the video quality looks like on the Redmi Note 10 Pro with the back camera. And according to what I see on the screen, the colors, it is a little bit over saturation, but overall the video looks really nice. And I am just walking around, and this phone also has electronic image stabilization. So now let's see the video stabilization again. Now let's see the autofocus. And autofocus, it is also really not the fastest. You can see it takes a little bit more time. and also let me know how is the HDR work on this phone in the video. Now let's see the video stabilization, and now I am just walking around holding my phone with my hand. So now let's running, and you can see, and the video stabilization it is not really good. And also this phone also has ultra steady mode as well, which give you a better video stabilization. I wish that we get optical image stabilization that we get on the A52, but we get electronic image stabilization. Overall the video it looks really nice, but one thing it is not really good is the autofocus as well as the colors. Okay guys, and this is a study video mode on the Redmi Note 10 Pro with the back camera, and you can see and right from the start, and the video stabilization it is really good. And you can see I'm just walking around, and again this phone has 108 megapixel main camera, which we don't see in this price range before, and the video it is really stable. So now let's see the video stabilization while I'm running. So now let's running, and you can see, and the video stabilization it is really good after enabling the study mode on this phone. Okay guys, and this is a full HD at 60 fps video recording of the Redmi Note 10 Pro with the back camera, and you can see, and the video it is really smooth because this is a 60 fps. And also I feel that the video quality it is not as good as that we get in the 4K mode, which is obvious. So you guys are the judge of the video quality as well as the microphone quality as well. Okay guys, and this is a full HD at 30 fps video recording of the Redmi Note 10 Pro with the back camera. And now let's see the video stabilization after not enabling the study mode. So now I'm just walking around, looks really stable, so that's really good. And also the video also looks really good, not see any issue right now. So now let's running, and you can see, and the video stabilization it is not the best in the normal mode, but it is very nice. But again I wish that we get optical image stabilization. So now let's see the autofocus in the full HD at 30 fps mode. So it is works really good, no issue in the full HD at 30 fps mode. So also let me know how is the HDR, all those things work on this phone. Okay guys, and this is a full HD at 30 fps video recording of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro with a back camera. This time I am using the ultra wide lens on this phone. This phone has 8 megapixel ultra wide, so you can see that you get so much area for recording. We get a 12 megapixel ultra wide, but we get a 8 megapixel ultra wide, which is same as the Redmi Note 10. And again you get so much area. Again the video it looks a little bit over saturation, I don't know why. So I hope that they will fix this issue with some software updates. So again I am just walking around, you can see that okay guys, and this is a full HD at 30 fps video recording of the Redmi Note 10 Pro with the back camera. And this time I am using the macro lens on the back, and this phone has a 2 megapixel macro lens, and you can see, so nice to see that we get a video mode in the macro lens, and you can see, so that okay guys, and this is a full HD at 30 fps video recording of the Redmi Note 10 Pro with the front camera. On the front we have 16 megapixel selfie camera as compared to 13 megapixel main camera on the Redmi Note 10. So we get better front facing camera. The front we have a f2.5 aperture, and yes, and definitely the cameras it is not really good in low light, especially the front camera. Now let's see the video stabilization. Right now I am just walking around holding my phone with my hand, and also you guys are the judge of the video quality, and let me know how is the HDR, all those things work on this phone. And now let's running, now let's see the video stabilization, and now let's running, and you can see, and the front camera video stabilization it is looks really nice, but it is not the best. I wish that we got ultra steady mode even with the front camera, but we does not get any mode. Okay guys, and this is a 4K at 30 fps video recording of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro in low light, and also this phone has a f1.8 aperture, and also we have 108 megapixel main camera on this phone. And also I'm just walking around and you guys will judge all the video stabilization, and also let me know how is the HDR, although things work on this phone. So now let's see the video stabilization. You can see, and the video stabilization in low light is not really good. And also now let's see the autofocus. It is also really good in low light, so no issue in the low light. Okay guys, and this is a full HD at 60 fps video recording of the Redmi Note 10 Pro, and you can see, and right from the start and the video it is really dark, and I don't know why. In 4K we get a brighter video, but in full HD at 60 fps we get a darker video. You can see we also have autofocus issue. I don't like the full HD 60 fps mode even on the daylight. So now let's see the full HD at 30 fps mode right now. Okay guys, and this is a full HD at 30 fps video recording of the Redmi Note 10 Pro, and you can see, and the video it is much better than before. It is same as that we get in the 4K mode, looks really bright. Now let's see the video stabilization. Now I'm just walking around. Now let's running, and you can see, and the video stabilization in low light it is not really good on this phone. Okay guys, and right now I am using the ultra steady mode on the Redmi Note 10 Pro with the back camera, and you can see now the video stabilization it is a little bit more better. What is the problem? And you can see not really visible. So now let's see the video stabilization, and again now let's running, and you can see, and the video stabilization I would say it is not really good in low light. Okay guys, and this is the ultra wide video recording of the Redmi Note 10 Pro with the back camera in low light, and you can see, and the video it is so much more darker as compared to the main camera because we have f2.2 aperture. Okay guys, and this is a full HD at 30 fps video recording of the Redmi Note 10 Pro with the front camera. On the front we have 16 megapixel selfie camera. We have f2.5 aperture, which is not really good, and this is a really small aperture size, which means that the video is really dark as you can see. And guys, now let's see the video stabilization. Now I'm just walking around, so now let's running, and you can see the video stabilization is not really good with the front camera, but I also don't like the video quality in low light, especially on the front camera. And that's about it, and thank you so much for watching this camera test of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos. And overall I have to say regarding the camera performance of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro, and you can see, and this phone give you a pretty good camera, but I don't like the front camera on this phone because this phone give you a only 16 megapixel selfie camera with f2.5 aperture. So with that lower aperture, the videos as well as the photos in low light it is really dark and noisy. So I don't like the front camera on this phone, but I like the back camera on this phone, especially the 108 megapixel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well, and I will catch you in my next video. Peace out.